What is up, you guys? I am excited to share with you some video clips that I had actually taken on my way, the car ride up to go pick up my RV. Some things that I had researched and learned along the way. Some things I saw on the road on the way up there before I even picked this thing up that made me go, okay, I hadn't really thought about that before. Also, a family of geese. That's right, a family of geese going across the exit ramp. What would I have done? So please enjoy these video clips. I'm going to walk you through some of the things that I've researched, that I learned along the way, in addition to, once I've picked up my camper, some things that happened before I even got home with this thing. That's right, the DOT even pulled me over. And I explain towards the end why that happened. So make sure to watch everything through. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting more videos for a long time coming, and hope you enjoy some of the things I learned and hope these things are helpful. Hey you guys, it's me, Brooke, and I am very excited. Today, I'm actually checking something off of my bucket list, something I've wanted for 15, 20 years now, and I finally just took the plunge. I kept saying, oh, I'm not going to know what to do with one, and kept making excuses, and I finally just stopped making excuses, doing this thing, headed to Camping World now to go pick up my new RV. So I've probably watched a gazillion videos. I have studied as much as I can possibly study, I think, to this point, other than actually doing every function of this myself. So I'm going to be posting videos and letting you travel along with me along this way of figuring things out and figuring out how to have an RV, how to work it, and I am super excited to be able to share this journey, not only with me and my family, but also with all of you guys. Let's go. So there was actually a lot of prep work that went into this. A couple things that I wanted to just mention and call out is, one, financially. What type of payment are you going to be able to afford? Also, how much is it going to cost for storage? Where are you actually going to store it? Is it going to be indoors, outdoors? Looking into making sure you actually have your insurance as well, and registering it with the DMV. Anything that you need to have prepared in advance. Those are definitely things that you're going to want to think about and put some numbers to paper and really make sure that, even I've already started like a little savings account on the side for any little whoopsies that may come up. What if an awning tears, or what if a tire blows? Making sure that you're planning for those things ahead as well, and what those costs may be. Also, what types of things that possibly you're going to need to buy in addition to the actual trailer itself before you can drive it off the lot. So do you have a tow hitch already? Do you have a car? This is a big deal. Do you have a vehicle that actually can tow the size trailer that you're wanting to tow, in addition to any additional weight that may be added with people and stuff? So that's some things that I've had to consider. Also, the bigger the trailer, typically the bigger the vehicle you're going to need to be able to get in order to be able to tow that sucker. So that was some of the things that I was having to look into. And when I was actually, because I had a Jetta before, and I was like, well, this isn't going to work because I want to have something a little bit bigger, and the Jetta's not pulling anything, okay? Maybe a little tiny like pod of some sort, but it wasn't going to work for what my needs were and what I wanted. So I needed to be able to shop for a vehicle that I knew could tow the weight that I was going to want to tow. So those are definitely things that you need to keep in mind. And as I learn more things along the way, the more tips that I can give you. Also, a lot of things that I've purchased that I'm going to try to use and install myself on this travel trailer. Going to let you experience those things with me as well. How easy is it really for somebody that has no idea what they're doing? This girl. Also, one of the things that I've noticed just in my research that I've done getting to this point is A, there's a lot of information out there, and B, in regards to different memberships, different apps, different apps that you can download that give you ideas of where campsites are, what the costs are for those. Is it something, if it's an app specific to boondocking, but you never plan to be off the grid, is that something that you really need to invest in some sort of premium membership for that app? But if you are looking for sites like that, or looking to be able to do things like that, what are the things involved for you to actually be off the grid? Are you going to need a generator? What type of generator is it? I got a inverter generator. Are you going to need an actual inverter on your RV? What does it cost for that? What about solar? What are those options? So there's a lot to dig into, and you definitely by no means need any of that stuff to be able to start camping. And that is something that I've learned, and that's through research, but also researching what type of, how are you going to best, how are you going to plan to use this travel trailer, and what types of options are going to be best for you based on your goals, such as, are you always planning on going to a campsite? If you want to go to a campsite and you're like, oh, well, KOAs seem nice. Yes, but they can also be a bit expensive, but maybe that's okay for your budget. Also, one thing I've noticed is trying to find something last minute. I was like, oh, well, I'm getting my travel trailer today, so maybe I could try to find something. It's Father's Day weekend. Like, bloopers alert, I was sitting here recording and the thing just stopped on me. So anyway, one thing I was trying to mention is being able to find last minute campsites. If it's somewhere that you're wanting to go, like right now, I'm headed to go get this RV, and I was like, oh, it's Father's Day weekend, it's the summer, I do live near the beach in Virginia, and I was like, oh, well, maybe there's just something close that I can go and stay at to be able to practice with my travel trailer and doing all the hookups and everything last minute. Well, there's like nothing around, like everything's already booked, other than some of the more expensive sites where there was like 2 available this weekend, but I wasn't really planning on spending $400 for 2 days to go and try to just test this thing out. So those are some of the things that are good to think about, that I've learned along the way. And I'm going to keep teaching you everything I need to that you need to know based on my learnings. And I'm telling you right now, I already feel like I'm a wealth of knowledge, but I know absolutely nothing, and I have so much more to learn along the way. Something else that I've been learning and thinking about in some of my research, and as I research, I'm going to try to tell you everything that I've been learning, but thinking about, well, where can I stay for free? I have learned that I think Walmart's, a lot of times Cracker Barrel, places like Home Depot, Lowe's, Bass Pro, places like that, a lot of times will let you actually stay for an evening if you need to. You do need to communicate with the managers there and make sure that that's okay, that it's approved. But also, there's no hookups. So how are you going to get your rig to work if you were just in a parking lot? So those are some of the things that I would suggest looking into before you say, hey, we're just going to go and stay in a Walmart parking lot. But if you have no power, no solar, no generator, what in your RV will work, what will not? Is that even going to be an option for you? So those are some of the things that you will definitely need to dig into. I'm going to actually try some of these things, go some of these places, and let you know along the way what works, what doesn't, in regards to solar. What is it power? What is it not? So I'm excited. And like I said, I'm busting at the seams with all the research that I've been doing, but now it's time to put it in action. See what I've learned, put things to the test. What have I bought that I probably didn't need? What have I needed but haven't bought? So things like that are some of the things I'm going to be sharing. I live in an area where there's a lot of tunnels, and I just saw it says RVs and campers need to stop for inspection. I've never had to stop for inspection before. Like things like this, and now I'm going through like crazy skinny tunnel. Things like this are things that I have not really thought about with having a travel trailer, especially living in an area with a lot of flipping tunnels. And it says I need to stop for inspection. Like, how do you even do that? Okay, you guys, I got a lot to learn, and you obviously are going to be learning a lot with me. So please, if you have not already, like this video, show me some encouragement, and follow me so you can learn everything that I learned along the way. Here goes. Oh my goodness. Also, make sure you know the exact height of your RV, wheel to whatever is the highest thing on there. If there's an air conditioning unit or anything like that that's higher, make sure that you take that into account so you don't end up ripping that stuff off going through something that is not tall enough to allow your RV to get through. Okay, you guys, actually, I just remembered in some of the research I had done, there was an app somebody told me about called Hammer, and that is an app that truckers use, so that way they know which roads, based on what the weight of their rig is, the height of their rig, which roads they can go on, which roads to avoid. I think it also tells them like rest stops and things like that. It's very detailed. I do recall it also being free for Android and app users, I believe, can also use this app. So now that I just went through that hiccup, like, where am I supposed to pull over? It says I'm supposed to be and do an inspection. Like, I've never had to do that before. Hoping that app will actually tell me about that. And then also based on weight, things like that, and height, you know, like, I really just do not want to get myself in a pickle. I'm just saying. That was like kind of unsettling for me. Like, where am I supposed to pull over? Can I fit through this tunnel? Oh my gosh. Like, is the weight going to be okay for my rig? Like, thankfully this thing's not hooked to me yet. I'm still on the way to go get it. But random thought, Hammer. Let's look into that app. I'll probably do a video on that separate later and figure out how to not get ourselves in a bind. Like, terribly. There is a sign that talks about vehicles that are a certain height, weight, need to stop for inspection. I don't have the RV hooked to me yet, but I wanted to make sure that I show you what signs I'm talking about, because these are things that we absolutely need to make sure that we're paying attention to. There was a sign that was further back that actually said the height and the weight. I did not get that. Also, it says, you know, stop for inspection when flashing, but right now the light wasn't flashing, so I'm like, well, what do I do? So these are things that we are going to have to learn, especially as newbies to this, of when we actually need to pull over and stop and, you know, avoid getting in trouble at all costs, because that's just really not what I want to do. Okay, so here, right here, it says trucks, campers, trailers, keep right. There's a sign up there. It's actually not flashing. I don't know why it's showing it flashing in my video, but so that's something that I would actually have needed to pay attention to. And now we're in a cluster of traffic, which is the only reason why I'm taking the time to show you this, because I'm not really going anywhere fast. Okay, bye. Okay, here's a sign again on this bridge. It says maintain speed in tunnel, but it also had a call out again about truckers and campers to keep right. Where is this right they keep talking about? Okay, it said the truckers, campers, trailers keep right. So I guess there's nowhere to actually pull off to the right, which I was kind of confused about. It looks like you just need to stay in the right lane going through this tunnel, which is where we are headed. One thing, if you are not familiar with being around in Virginia Beach area, there are many tunnels, and they go actually under the water and bring you back out, which is kind of pretty cool engineering. But just heads up when you do come visit this area that there are many tunnels, and those are things that you definitely need to pay attention to, as well as the times you go through these tunnels is also a big deal, because you can really get stuck in some freaking nightmare traffic. So that's something to pay attention to. And this is what the tunnels look like, headed down under the water now. And also make sure that if you have your RV, that it says that you have to stay in the right hand lane. So that's what keep right meant in this case. Oh my God, y'all. An entire family of geese were just blocking the entire exit ramp. Like, what would I do if I had that travel trailer behind me? What would I do if I had to stop suddenly for a freaking family of geese? These are things I have not thought about. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Made it, you guys. At the light. Ready to get over there to Camping World. Go spend some money. Make some memories. Let's do this. If you're not like me and went absolutely crazy on Amazon before you actually got here to pick up your trailer, they actually have a lot of things, pretty much everything you need here at Camping World. So if there was anything that I happened to forget, they definitely have everything you could possibly think of and need. Woo! Okay, you guys, well, I feel like I've been here all day. Well, I kind of have been here all day. It's about 5 o'clock, got here at around 11, and just now able to about get on the road here, but here she blows. So, got my trailer, working on getting it hooked up right now. No idea what I'm doing still. Wish me luck. Okay, you guys, well, I actually got on the road and I'm doing really well. And then this happens. That's right, bumper to bumper traffic, waiting to try to get to the tunnel. Usually this kind of thing upsets me, but this time I'm like really not too mad about it because it's helping me go slower. It's just now I have to try to merge lanes in this traffic. Of course. Yep. DOT turning me and some others around now. Ooh, good luck. My current situation, I have this travel trailer and DOT is literally turning me around to make me go back over the tunnel. It is a freaking fiasco. Okay, turns out that they need to make sure that the propane is turned off when you go through a tunnel, and mine was actually not turned off. I didn't realize that, but yeah. So anyway, life is good now. Got that checked. All is well. The Virginia DOT people were super nice and helpful and understanding. So back on the road. Let's do this. Next stop, storage. Try to get this thing parked. All right, you guys. Well, I actually did it. I made it to the storage place, and I pretty much got this thing exactly where it needed to be. Like, I'm impressed with myself, you guys. Okay. Now I just have to figure out how to get this trailer off of my vehicle, which I'm about to do. And tomorrow I have my very first trip. I will be back doing another video. But today, whew, I made it, y'all. I freaking made it. I can't believe I did it, but I did. If I can do it, anybody can.